cuties, it's Griffin here. And today I'm back with another story time. If you couldn't tell already, this story time will be a lot better quality and a lot longer. I've decided to put more thought into my story times just because you guys seem to like them so much, and I know I can do better in general, and I think you guys deserve better. First off, let's talk about this set. Like, look at that. Professional. Not really. I'm also using a straw instead of my fingers. One is because it just looks cleaner and more professional, and two, it's an excuse not to put my disgusting fingernails in the shot. So because I'm trying to take more time with these and trying to make them better quality, they're going to take a lot longer to make, and they're just going to come out in longer periods of time, if that makes sense. They're not coming out as frequent as I am making them. I'm filming this in the afternoon, so that way my lighting should stay consistent, and also, snow day! I'm really excited. I had filmed a previous story time with the story that I was going to share, but then I didn't like the way it turned out, and it was one of my quick ones, and it was before I decided to do better quality, so I just scrapped that one and decided to start from here. I'll probably do that one sometime, but it requires a cave so you can see where I'm coming from. 3 of you actually requested this story time, and we're doing another ghost story time because you guys don't ask for anything else. And I have other things in my life. I mean, I can do top 10 things that annoy me or something. I'm running out of ghost stories, people. I mean, paranormal things like to follow me, but not that much. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get right into this story time. This takes place during the summer. I was taking a vacation with my family. We didn't want to rent a hotel because those are pretty expensive, and we would be staying there for a long time. So we had decided to rent a little condo. So this condo was in a cul-de-sac. It was basically this cute little neighborhood with houses you could rent to stay in. We were staying at the end of the cul-de-sac. That's important. Now, since most of these houses were for rent and not many people lived there permanently, there were a lot of activities you could do. There were swimming pools and there were hiking trails. Me and my family decided to go on a hiking trail. We went onto this hiking trail that went down to a lake. I brought this cutie right here. I brought Blizzard because I had brought LPS and Briars on this trip. And actually I think she was one of the LPS I brought too. But I did get pictures of him and I'll put those pictures in here. It's a better quality, but I don't feel like transferring the photos off of my camera, so we're just gonna go to the camera roll. Here's Blizzard by the lake. Here's him on the trail. Here's him in some rocks. Here he is in a field. And here's him looking all magical. So you see what I mean by like the trail and the lake and everything. So I brought the camera and my sister also wanted to take pictures, so it was an agreement that I would. This butterfly was a reddish orange color, it was big, and it had black details on it. I'm talking about a monarch if you don't know. I was absolutely fascinated because it's rare if you see a monarch, at least from where I'm from. Now, these LPS butterflies are not going to match the monarch because I don't want to customize them and I'm just too lazy. I almost felt drawn to it. I started to follow it, and then the butterfly turned into 2 butterflies, 2 monarch butterflies. I felt even more drawn to it, so I went to touch it. I felt so drawn to these butterflies. Then they turned back into 1, and then they went into 2, then 1, then 2, then 1, then 2. The cycle repeated, and I felt even more drawn to touch these butterflies. I don't know why I wanted to touch them, I just wanted to. I didn't realize how far I was going up the trail. Eventually the butterfly turned back into 1 butterfly. The more patient I was, the closer I got to it. As slow as humanly possible, I touched it, and my finger went through it. I know I sound completely crazy, and maybe it was a figment of my imagination, but it felt so real. The butterfly felt like just dead air and cobwebs. I don't know, it just didn't feel like it was from this dimension or world, or it just didn't feel right. I jumped back and I screamed. I ran as fast as I could up the trail. Ironically, I still have Blizzard in my hands. I got to what I saw was the top of the trail, and I pushed through a couple trees. I didn't remember the trees in the beginning, but again, I wasn't paying much attention to the beginning of the trail because I had Blizzard and a camera. I was in the zone. All of a sudden, I saw myself at the top of the cul-de-sac. Now, this cul-de-sac was very long. I guess it was about like half a mile in between. I was at the top next to this building with registration. On the building deck, there was a man sitting there, reading the newspaper. He looked up at me, surprised. He didn't know where I had just come from. What the? Huh? Oh, hi. Where'd you come from? I came from that trail. There's no trail, darling. What? I turned around and looked behind me. There was nothing but trees and forest. I don't know what trail I had just followed or where I just came out of. I actually wish I had the camera with me so I could have filmed the experience, but frickin' sister took it and now I didn't have it, and I'm like, it's frustrating. I went back down to the little condo we had rented. I was exhausted and sweating. I was super far ahead from my family, and since I was so far ahead, I was expecting to be the first back to the condo. I actually saw them there, and they were about to send out a search party for me, ironically, but I had come back just in time. My mom doesn't know how I got behind. She thinks I went on a side trail, but I don't know how because there was no trail behind me when I looked. And that's the end of this story time. I hope you cuties enjoyed it. I hope you definitely enjoyed the better quality. I enjoyed it a lot. If you want more of these, comment below and I will make more. Definitely like this quality. I'm really enjoying this. There could be more ghost stories. Or something else. Because I have other things in my life. Also, I was thinking, if you guys wanted some skits, I could make some skits.